Welcome to our channel, everyone. Today we are going to speak about
Tim Hortons.
Before we start with the video, I'm going to show you around how we order this coffee through the Tim Hortons drive-thru.
Hi, Dr. Huron.
Hi, I would like one medium double.
One medium coffee, double.
One small hot chocolate.
Medium double, small hot chocolate.
One plain donut, old fashioned.
One plain donut.
And one hash brown.
One hash brown.
Yeah, that will be it.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks.
Okay, so now that we have placed the order, we're gonna go to the window to pick it up and pay for it with a credit card. So basically, at the moment, because of lockdown, most people usually go to the drive-thru. Even though indoors it's open, you can go inside and order, but you cannot sit inside and enjoy your coffee or breakfast. So it's even safer to actually go through the drive-thru. Simran, I think you should put the mask on.
Okay.
And it usually doesn't take very long to order through drive-thru, because they drive-thru people get the preference. If you go indoors, it might take you longer to get your coffee, but if you're in a drive-thru, it's pretty faster. So the car in front of us is almost done, and we are going to pick it up from here.
Yeah.
So once you're here, you pay. You hear the beep, and they're going to give you the coffee.
Yes.
Here's your donut and the hash brown. And in a second, we are going to get our coffees, steaming hot coffees. You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
And this is probably the longest I had to wait.
Yeah, it never happened.
And specifically when you make a YouTube video, things like this will happen.
Hi, thank you.
There you go. You see? Nice white cups. Every year they do different cups for the different times of the season. Now these are Christmas cups, and actually they're before Christmas. I'm hoping to see another red cups when the Christmas season is going to be upon us. Alright, now we're gonna go sit down somewhere and enjoy the coffee, and we are going to speak about why Tim Hortons is so important to Canadian people.
Okay, Aman, so let's talk about Tim Hortons. Tell us why it is called Tim Hortons and what's the history.
Let me drink this double first. If you see Tim Hortons, the reason why this franchise is called Tim Hortons is the person who started this franchise, his name was Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons, and he was a very famous hockey player from Toronto Maple Leafs. He played with the Maple Leafs for about 20 years, and he played with some other franchisees as well. While playing, he actually wanted to become a businessman and started a burger joint with another person, which didn't become so successful. But later on, a business person called Ron Joyce proposed Tim Hortons to open up a coffee and a donut shop. And that coffee and a donut shop eventually became a huge franchisee of over 3,500 stores all across Canada and a few across the world as well. If you look behind me, this is a Tim Hortons store in a gas station. So in Canada, you will find Tim Hortons every 5 or 10 minutes. There are so many of them that there are certain intersections where you'll see Tim Hortons on all four corners because the demand is so high.
Okay, tell us, where is Tim Hortons coffee made?
A lot of people actually think since this is a Canadian franchise, the coffee is made in Canada, but it's actually not true. The majority of the coffee comes from Africa, and it's processed in New York. So it's basically made in America. So over here, so they ground the coffee, they send the beans to Canada in different locations, and they process the coffee over here. So they put in the coffee making machines over here, but it's actually not made here in Canada. So this is probably a surprise which a lot of people are not going to like if they don't know it yet. But if you are a Canadian already, you know the history of Tim Hortons, that the coffee is really not made here.
Tell us, why is the Tim Hortons coffee so good?
It's an interesting fact. A lot of people had a conspiracy theory that Tim Hortons actually put some kind of an additive to make the coffee taste good and make people addicted to it. And there was a research done upon how this coffee is made, if actually there is something in it to make it addictive. And that the results of the research was that they do not have anything extra put in the coffee. It's just the way they make it. And you will see that from one Tim Horton location to the other Tim Horton locations, the best thing or the people, the reason why they like it so much is the consistency. You can go to any Tim Hortons, order a double, and it's going to taste almost exactly the same. There is also going to be minor differences or minor variations based on how the machine is that day, the water temperature, and all of other factors around it. But more or less, it's going to taste almost the same.
So Aman, you asked me to order a double for you. Tell our viewers what is a double.
So this is a name given to a coffee which has 2 sugars and 2 creams in it. So easier way of saying is that I need a double. So this name has become so popular. A double is a part of a Canadian dictionary since 2004 as well. If you don't believe me, go check it out.
Okay Aman, since Tim Horton is so famous in Canada, is Canada the biggest consumer of coffee?
You might think that since Canada is such a big country, second in the world, and Canada is so cold most year around and probably have one of the coldest parts in the world, Canada would be a top contender for being the biggest consumer of coffee, but it's actually not true. Canada is actually at number 3rd. Netherlands and Finland are number 1 and 2. I don't know why. Americans may feel that they could be number 1 at this too, but no. They know at the moment what they are number 1 at. But if you are in Canada, you will see Tim Horton is actually almost at all corners, all type of places in Canada. You will find a Tim Hortons. Even in the northmost territories, the coldest where Tim Hortons has never been, there are places now that they have opened Tim Hortons in last 4 or 5 years. I believe one in Nunavut has recently opened, and that's the only Tim Hortons in that place. Even though if you want to buy something else from that place, you would have to get those groceries or anything else fly through a plane, because normally there are no road access over there. So in even places like that, you can easily find a warm hot cup of a double.
Okay, so besides the coffee, do they sell anything else?
Yes, definitely. Besides the ground coffee, they also sell other beverages like cold coffees, French vanillas, hot chocolates, and some teas as well. And on the food sides, they sell donuts, they sell muffins, they sell sandwiches as well. So the most famous combination every morning for people who wants to have their breakfast from Tim Hortons, they can get a coffee and a donut or a bagel or a sandwich and a hash brown. That is actually complete, and that's filling enough to get you through most part of your day.
Okay, why is Tim Hortons coffee so famous?
Tim Horton is so famous here in Canada because of many reasons. One, it's associated to one of their favorite hockey players. Second, Canada is so cold all year round that you really need a hot beverage. Right now, my hands are almost shivering because it's really cold. It's almost getting really red and pale. So this coffee is keeping me warm. Second thing is the accessibility. If wherever you go, you're going to be able to find a Tim Hortons. If you are a mechanic or a technician, you're going to a job, Tim Hortons is your choice to go. Plus, if you want to give somebody a gift, a dozen donuts with some coffee would go a long way. So even if I need to go to my office today and want to bring something, I'll drop by at Tim Hortons, pick up some donuts or Timbits or coffee and give it to somebody. And even my office, if they want to give anybody a birthday present or a birthday gift, they will give a Tim Hortons card. People really appreciate those gift cards.
Okay, Aman, since you told us so many positive points about Tim Hortons, I want to know, is there anything negative about it as well?
Well, you'll be surprised, there are a lot of negative things which happened across the Tim Hortons franchisees. The first one is where they originated. There are 2 places, I believe Northway and somewhere in Hamilton, where the first North Bay was probably the place where Tim Hortons opened the burger shop, and Hamilton was the first place where they opened the coffee shop. So they always end up fighting where Tim Hortons was born. Second is that Tim Hortons have a policy of giving free coffee and donuts to law enforcement people, and that actually eventually ended up in a lawsuit. In one franchisee, Tim Horton employee was stealing some stuff, and the franchisee owner fired them. But the employee actually went back to the court and filed a lawsuit against Tim Horton, saying that because they are bribing the law enforcement people with the free coffee and donuts, the police enforcement people is not helping the case for the employee. But eventually that case got dismissed, and the free coffee and donut policy for law enforcement people is still valid. Third is the poppy for the Remembrance Day for veterans. Tim Hortons once made a donut shaped as a poppy, and a lot of people actually got offended because the poppies is a symbol of Veterans Remembrance Day, and people got offended because they saw Tim Hortons making profit on that. The next is Tim Hortons is actually not owned by a Canadian company at all since a very long time. A company called Wendy's owned it first, which is an American company. They later on sold it to another company which is from Brazil, and that company actually owns Burger King as well. And the owners of that company, they do not really have a very good reputation, and the past caught on to them. A lot of people actually got annoyed with why such people actually own so beloved franchisee of Canada. The last one is Roll Up the Rim. That is actually called a fifth season in Canada. Before winter, Tim Hortons launch a Roll Up the Rim campaign every year, wherein you will roll the rim of the coffee, and you can eventually end up winning a coffee or donut or many other gifts up to a car. A lot of research has been done, and people found out that the Roll Up the Rim is really a controversial and not a fair system. The findings of the research was that if you are actually in BC or the North Atlantic provinces, the chances of you winning something is really high. Plus, if you buy a large cup, the chances of you winning is more than if you buy a small cup, and that didn't go very well with the people. I personally used to drink a lot of coffee back in the days, and every time I roll up the rim, I actually won 7 coffees in a row, and that was I think year 2016. 2017 did not win anything at all, and that was so surprising because I was kind of getting used that if I'm not going to win a car, at least I'll win a coffee. So those are the controversies which kind of tarnish the name of Tim Hortons a little bit, but still it's one of the biggest franchisee, and people love drinking the coffee at Tim Hortons.
So now one interesting question I need to ask you: why did chicken cross the road?
A lot of you should be familiar with the saying, why did the chicken cross the road? I actually found an answer to that while I was doing some research about Tim Hortons. The chicken actually crossed the road to go to a Tim Hortons. You would ask why. In New Brunswick, there is a small town wherein a chicken actually crossed the road every day around noon time to go to the Tim Hortons across the street and pick on the breadcrumbs. The neighborhood people actually figured out, yes, there is a chicken crossing every day almost at the same time, so they would keep an eye for that chicken and help him cross the road. The Tim Hortons employees would actually deliberately give him donut crumbs, and so the chicken actually crossed the road to go to Tim Hortons and eat donuts. And if a chicken can become such a big fan of eating donuts that he will risk its life, why don't we? The coffee is really good. Well, that is all the information I had to share about Tim Hortons. If you like this video, like the content, and you want to become a part of this wonderful country and take a sip of this warm double or this French vanilla, you can actually reach out to me through Facebook or Instagram, or leave a comment in the section down below, and I'll be more than happy to figure out a way how you can be a part of this country.
So guys, if you like our video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and keep the notification bell on, so every time whenever we launch a video, you can at least get a notification and follow us.
Thank you, and enjoy your coffee.